Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. So, today is a video I've been wanting to make since August, but I felt like it wasn't right to make the video until it was October. It's fall. Halloween's coming up. My favorite holiday is coming up. So what better way than to make some pumpkin sugar cookies if these don't fall. Look, I'll show you one. These are so freaking cute. So I made those. I have my cup of coffee. I have some notes here about what I'm going to be talking about today. And yeah, so today is a ghost story. It is a real true story. I have pictures, I have videos. It's a true place. If you are not into scary stories, if you're not into things like this, please by all means click out of this video because this is 100% real. It happened to me, my boyfriend, his brother, and his mom all together. So it's not like I'm the only one, but it is a very true story. So if you don't like scary stories, click out now. Besides that, let's get started. So before we start, okay. Also, I'm sitting on my couch, so if you hear the leather, I'm sorry. Back in January, me and my boyfriend's mom and his brother went on a vacation for the weekend to Nevada. We I guess you could say we traveled around the Nevada desert. It was so much fun. So many things happened though. So the first night when we went out there, we went to these bunkers, which is a hotel. It's an alien hotel. We were right next to Area 51. So we stayed in that town the first night. We seen a bunch of cool stuff that day. We ate at that place. Honestly, like the town we were in, the people were just a little weird. Just a little, but like who's to judge, right? So the food was good. The people were like, the waitresses were nice, all that other stuff. We get to our hotel. It was a bunker. It used to be the bunkers. I believe it used to be the bunkers for the people who worked at Area 51. So they can like live close or whatever, something like that. Anyway, so the first night we thought it was creepy because it was me, him, and his brother in one room, and then his mom always has her own room. So we share one, and then she has her own. And so in the bunker, it was a trailer. There was a bathroom, 2 beds. I don't think there was a TV. I don't remember. I believe we didn't watch TV. And then there was no heater. There was no AC. This is in the winter, so it was cold in the Nevada desert. And so there was basically like no AC, no heater, no nothing, but a space heater. And it was like one of those square space heaters that like you'll buy for your room, but it's like the small ones, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. So we stayed in this place, and I was creeped out by it. I was like, we're right next to Area 51. Who knows what happened in this bunker? Who knows what happened close by? Honestly, when you looked outside, it looked like The Hills Have Eyes. If you have never watched that movie, it looked like The Hills Have Eyes. But nothing happened at this place. It was totally safe. We were totally good. Nothing happened. It was just a little creepy, a little eerie, and I thought that was like bad. Okay, so after that day or that night, we asked his mom like, oh, where else are we staying? And she said, oh, we're staying at an old opera house. I don't know why I said that weird, but like I've never been to an opera house. I kind of had a gist of like what it meant, but I was like, okay, like whatever, it's a place to stay, like I'm down for whatever, like cool, let's go. We seen a whole bunch of stuff that day. It was really cool. I really loved traveling that. I would so do it again. Just I probably won't stay at this opera house. But I would definitely do what we did again. I would stay at the bunkers again. But anyways, so nighttime comes. We're hungry. We're like heading to the hotel. So we go to this hotel, and right when we pull up, Okay, so I have pictures and videos, so I will insert pictures. I don't know if it's going to be like on the screen right here, because I don't know if I know how to do that, I'm not going to lie. But if not, then it will be its own little, you'll see it. You'll see pictures. I'll insert plenty of pictures for you guys. But like we see it automatically, I'm like, there's no way this place isn't haunted. Like, it's old. I mean, like, it's old. I mean, the walls were like, what's it called? Peeling off. The ceilings were gone. The bottom, like the floor was like caving in. Like, it was old. It's never been reconstructed. It's never been redone at all. Oh, okay. Me, him, and his brother are staying in one room and his mom's staying in another. There's only 23 rooms. Okay, but there's not only 23 rooms. There's 23 rooms you're allowed to stay in. There's a whole nother part of it they shut down. The employees not go in it. Like, I'll tell you more about it. So anyways, there's 23 rooms in this hotel / opera house. You're not allowed to go in the opera house. It has to be like a certain, like you have to schedule it. It's like a tour type thing you have to do. Yeah. So to give you a background on this hotel that we stayed in, it was built, so I have notes. So if I'm looking down, that's why. It was built in 1923 to 1925. It used to be a town. So it used to be that was just a theater, and then the hotel rooms were like where people would stay. They had a daycare. It was just a little town for mining and railroad people. It shut down from being like a town. Shut down in 1942. And then a woman named Martha Beckett. Martha? Okay. Yeah. Marta or Martha. I don't know how to say it. She reopened it as a opera house and hotel in 1967. So Martha, when you walk into this hotel, it's very, very, like, beautiful. It really is. She did all the painting, and that's in the hotel. All the art, she did herself. She did everything that's done in there. She did herself. So it's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful place, but it's really old. Like, the pipes are out of the walls, and like it's totally 1920s. And to me, that's like cool. Like, I didn't mind. I was like, that's cool. That's exciting. Never been here before. So when Martha bought this place, she changed the name to Armagosa because the town that's in is Armagosa Valley, or the valley that's in. So she changed it back to what it was originally called. That's basically the gist of what it is. It used to be a mining town. It used to be a little town. Okay, so from the front, you see it. It's weird. And so, like, this is the hotel and the opera house. So, like, the opera, you'll see pictures. But across the street, there was a garage. I'll even insert videos. There is a garage that isn't used anymore. It was used in the 20s. It's still standing. Everything is still standing, including this freaking hotel. It's about to break down any day now. I don't know how it's still open. I really don't. So anyways, we get the keys from this woman who's in the office. And, like, so where the office doors are like gates. And what they reminded me of was The Shining, where, like, you open the gates to the office. Literally, I was like, ooh, beautiful. There's, like, a living room with a fireplace right there. Anyway, so she gives us our keys. She tells, like, me, him, his brother, that we're staying in the Red Skeleton's room. And we're like, I don't even know. We don't know who the hell Red Skeleton is, but now we do. Turns out he was Martha Beckett's best friend. He had his own specific room. So in his room, because he was part of a circus, I believe. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But, so in this room that we had, there was, like, circus stuff painted all over the walls, like acrobats, and, like, on the ceilings they were painted. It was a really nice room. It was beautiful. And then his mom had a room that was right next to, like, it was closer, and we were farther in the back to this hallway. So this hallway is this long hallway. I'll insert a picture. It's this long hallway, and then there's a mirror at the end. So we still haven't ate dinner, so we go out to eat. Well, his mom thought that there was going to be, like, a restaurant right there, a diner, which there was, but no. It wasn't like a diner. It was like a little bakery type of place that was attached to the place. Okay, but it wasn't what she thought it was at all. I don't know if I have a picture of it. I don't think I took it. But so we drive down the road, and if you ever been in Nevada desert, there's nothing. There is nothing for miles. So finally we hit this hotel, and it's like, ooh, there's like a, I think it was steak and lobster restaurant. We're like, yes, finally. Okay, after this creepy place, finally. So my boyfriend and his brother was like begging their mom, please do not have us stay in this hotel. Like, I'm not going back there. And me and his mom are kind of the same person. I was really like interested to see if it was actually haunted, and she was like, she didn't care. She was like, haunted, not haunted, I'm staying here. So we go to this hotel. The restaurant we wanted to eat at was closed. They were like, oh yeah, you could go across the street to a bar, but like we were allowed in it because it was like a restaurant bar. That didn't look safe. There was like one car there and it looked dead as well. And so then we drove down more, and there was this store that had Mexican food. It was like a little, okay, literally, it was a store with a kitchen, and that's where they made Mexican food. And we're like, whatever, like, we're gonna eat here. Like, that's it. So while we're sitting down eating, I start looking up this hotel because I'm intrigued. The boys are scared, and like, and his mom's kind of freaking out, like, well, we have to stay here, like there's nothing else to do. When I look up the name of this place, the first thing that pops up is the Ghost Adventure episode at this hotel. And I just started laughing because for the Ghost Adventures to come to this hotel, it has been known to be haunted. Of course I didn't know that. None of us knew that. So we start reading up on the place and like all the stories, and we're like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening right now. We're staying in a haunted hotel. I looked up a few things. So one of the things was it is one of the most haunted hotels in America. And then the second thing, it was on Ghost Adventures. The owner, Martha, she actually died in December of 2017. So we were just there January 2019. She had just died not too long before. And she used to do tours. So if you wanted to have a tour of the entire place, she was the only one that would take you. And the reason being is because she already knew the paranormal things that went on. She knew how to deal with it. And it didn't affect her like it affected everybody else. So like the workers wouldn't do it. The workers won't even go in there now. Like, they won't. So we go back to this hotel. We sit down in the dining area. Okay, it's dark. No one's there. Like, no one's in the kitchen. We're watching this paranormal activity episode. Okay, so before we left to go get food, this couple, a guy and a girl, checked in, and they checked into the room next to his mom's room. Keep that in mind. They checked into the room next to his mom's room. I believe it was room 9. Unless hers was, and that was like 12 or something, but I believe it was room 9. So we went, got food, came back. I'm watching the Ghost Adventure like episode already on the way back. And when we get there, we're trying to explain to his mom, like, well, they're trying to explain, like, it's haunted, like, we can't stay here, like, you understand. Because I showed him the video on the way home as well. And so while we're sitting down talking about this Ghost Adventure episode, for one, something was in the kitchen. You're able to walk in the kitchen, by the way. There was like no restrictions. If you want to go make something, you go make something at this hotel. Like, there's a population of like 20 something people, if that. Actually, hold on. Okay, so I tried to find the population number, but hasn't been updated. Anyways, so one of the guys that were there, we asked like how many people live here, and he said about 3. So the workers were basically who lived around there. Anyways, there's no one in the kitchen. Something happened in the kitchen. We heard noise. We like seen someone walk by. We didn't even go over there. We're like, whatever, not dealing with it. We already know this place is haunted. On top of that, they had cats. And I love cats. Don't get me wrong. I love cats. But these cats, one of them didn't like children. The other one was nice. But just have cats in a haunted hotel was a little creepy. So we're eating. we show his mom this Paranormal Activity episode, right? So in this episode, if you haven't watched it, watch it. I believe it's like season 2 or season 4. I think it's season 2. Anyways, just look it up. You'll find it. In the room that this guy and his girlfriend checked into, there's this ghost. I don't want to say the D word because I don't like to say that word. So there's this really bad ghost who doesn't like men. Not just any men, but like big, strong, like looking men, you know, like men that look like they can beat your ass. This ghost don't like them. What happens to men who look like that is this ghost will choke them. Like this ghost makes them feel what he felt when he died. So like you start getting hot and you can't breathe and you start choking, you start getting angry, and like basically it seems like the ghost is trying to possess him, but he's making him feel what he felt when he died. So as we're showing his mom this part of the video, this guy comes out, can't breathe. The lady like leaves the keys. She's like, we can't stay here, we're leaving. They weren't even there for 2 hours. They're gone. So then the people come up to us and they tell us that they don't stay there at night. The side gate, which is where the rooms you're able to stay in, there's another entrance. That one is unlocked. Well, there's a code. Or no, there's a key. So you can get in with your key. But the front door is locked. Like, no one's getting in. But the people who work at the hotel don't stay there at night. They refuse to. They won't stay there at night. And so we're like, well, great. Like, we're staying in this hotel. There's, like, us and, like, 2 other people maybe in this whole hotel. There's 23 rooms, but it's a whole place. So as we're still watching this Ghost Adventure episode, we learn a lot more about this place. So after the rooms that you're able to stay in, there's a mirror at the end of the hall. And once again, I will insert the video or the picture, whatever. There's this mirror. It's a clown mirror. Oh, mind you, our room was number 23, right? No, 22, I think it was. 22, there's 23 rooms. So it was our room, the nether room. There's this door. Can't go in that door. Locked. Never go in there. Please don't go in there. There's the mirror. On the other side of the mirror is actually a door. There's a mirror. There's a whole bunch of other rooms. There's no door entrance though. Like to our rooms, or not to our room, but to his mom's room who's facing the front, there's a door you can get out of her room. But our room is in the back, so we don't have a door. But for the other ones, there is no doors. There's just windows. Nothing else. But they're all rooms. So in this episode of Ghost Adventures, that is like, I forgot what they called it. It's like Creepy Hollow or something, or like Spooky Hollow, because there's really, really, really bad ghosts in that hallway. The door that I said was next to the last door you're able to stay in, and the door that's always locked, no one goes in, I believe was a daycare, or where the kids stayed. And so there was reports of hearing crying. There was reports of hearing footsteps. There was reports of hearing yelling. Like, you know, just, so at that point, I'm a little creeped out because I'm like, okay, so now I know the story. That part no one goes into because that part is haunted and you can potentially get possessed. Sweet. So it kind of wraps around. And then, like, it was a hallway to the opera room, like, to the opera house. And once again, Martha painted the opera house herself, but it was also haunted. So you are not allowed to go in there. They said that the only time you might be able to get a tour of the Spooky Hollow and everything like that was during Halloween, if someone was up to it, because Martha used to do it. Martha is now dead. So she couldn't do it. Okay, so anyways, after we watched the Paranormal Activity video with his mom, she was now freaked out. Because her room is next to the room where I'm just going to say that the most demonic spirit that was there, well, the second most, was that room right next to hers, which had a door to that other room. I'm not even, like, at the point of the story. So we find all this out, right? As well as after the dining area, there was also a hallway of a whole bunch of rooms that nobody goes in, no one messes with, And then like the diner, okay, the diner. It's not a diner. People are nice though. They have to deal with this shit every day. I know, whatever. So we're freaked out, whatever. His mom comes into our room. We're getting ready for bed. And we're telling her, like, if anything happens, let us know. We're gonna let you know. Oh, actually, no, like, there's no service at this place. There's no TV. Was there TV? I don't think there was a TV. There was no service. You had no cell phone service. There was no Wi-Fi. Okay, it sounds like today's problems, but the problem is a haunted hotel, no service. If you died, you can't call anyone. If you're in trouble, you can't call anyone. Like, I'm getting haunted. No one knows. So that even made it creepier. So we're in our room. We look out our back window, which had curtains. It was just creepy. Like, it was creepy. You see in the hallways of where the children used to stay right next to you. It was just places that you've seen and you didn't want to, like, you wish you would have unseen. It was creepy. So his mom finally like, I'm gonna go lay down. We had a long date today. We drove all the way out here. We're like, okay. So she leaves our room, and like a few minutes later, our door handle rattled. Like someone was trying to get in. And we're like, come in. She's not walking in. So like we open it. She's not there. No one's in the hall. There's no one in the hall. So there was someone staying right next to us, which was the last room, room 23. And then there was someone like 2 places down, and then her. She was the only one on her side. So we're like, okay, that's creepy. So we started taking a video of this room, and I'll insert it. But we started taking a video of the room, the hallway, the mirror, like everything that's creepy. The bathroom was even creepy. Like, you'll see it. It was all creepy. Okay. I'll insert that now. So after that, we go back in our room. There's 2 beds, by the way. Me and my boyfriend and his brother on the other. And I refused to be by the window. I was close to the door. So then we start hearing footsteps running up and down the halls. Every time we open the door, there's no one there. You hear these footsteps going up and down. After a while, we just stopped opening the door. We're like, there's nothing there. We know it's haunted. Like, we can't do anything. We just gotta deal with it. So we left the lights on all night and didn't fall asleep. Every time we heard something, we'd all look at each other and be like, you heard that? Yep. All right. So it's like confirmed in the books. We heard this happened. Like, it's not a joke. Okay. So then our toilet flushed by itself. Okay. And like so we didn't even shower in this place because it was so old. There's spiders in the bathtub. And I mean, it's in the desert. I'm not criticizing. I have spiders everywhere out here. Everywhere. Everyone has spiders. But it was an old tub. Pipes are out of the walls. I just don't trust being in the bathroom. Like, literally, I didn't even want to close the door being in the bathroom, but I would. Obviously. But, so we didn't even go in the bathroom. We tried our best not to because the toilet flushed by itself. And then during the night, we heard kids crying. Babies crying. Okay, and it wasn't next to us. It was in the hall where the babies and the kids used to stay while the railroad people were at work or like doing whatever they're doing in the 20s. We heard the babies crying and we're like, okay, so you hear a baby cry. There is no babies. You hear where it's crying and you know why, because we watched a video. And like when I watched the Paranormal Activity video of this place, not necessarily did I believe the whole thing, because sometimes you get skeptical, like, oh, like they're just lying, it's ghost adventures, like that's what they do, right? Well, everything they said happened to them or that they experienced, we also did. So we're in Red Skeleton's room, mind you. Nothing really happened bad in our room, but we just heard stuff. And then my boyfriend ended up hearing his mom's voice outside. So yeah, oh yeah, you heard whispering outside to the backyard. There was a backyard. I don't know what it used to be back in the day, but it was a backyard. So we heard whispering, but we heard his mom's voice. Like she was talking. So he was freaked out and he had to go down the hall to see if his mom was in her room. She was the whole time. And we started telling her. And she was like, it's okay, just like go, just try to go to bed. Like it wasn't me, it's okay. Put some headphones in. We're like, okay. So we had a heater and AC in one. So we were able, thankfully this place had AC and a heater. So we put the heater on. We're okay. We didn't sleep all night. We tried to get our minds off of it. We also researched more about it all night. I think once the sun started coming up, we turned off the lights and got like 2 hours of sleep. So we were just tired that whole night. So the night was over. That was about all that happened. Thankfully, nothing happened to us. So we meet up with his mom. We get everything in the car. It was windy as heck the next day. We go to this, or no, okay, so we're sitting in her room. She's telling us what happened that night as well to her. So mind you, she's next to the room that is the most haunted. That is one of the most haunted places in this hotel. And she tells us, like, we know no one's in the room next to her because they took off. So she tells us that, like, water was running. And, like, it was really, really cold in her room. She put, like, a towel underneath the door because it was so cold between her and the other room. She said the water was running. Oh, and in her bathroom, it was even creepier than our bathroom. But yeah, so she said she heard things. She heard water running. She heard, like, talking, and, like, her handle also rattled at night as well. She didn't want to tell us because she thought we were gonna get sleep. We didn't sleep till like 4 in the morning, maybe like 6 in the morning. I don't know. We were just tired. That's all I know. So we get everything inside of her car and we go to the diner. Now the diner wasn't really a diner, but it was like, it had tables, it had a bar. It only had like 3 things on the menu you can get, maybe 6. Maybe I lied. None of them I really cared for, but you know what? I had to eat something, so I ate something, and it was really good. So then we pack up and we're leaving this hotel, and we finally look in the back of the hotel. There's a cemetery. Literally not in the back, but right next to it. Like, so leaving, sorry, it's in the video. I'll probably post right now. But leaving the hotel, it curves like this, the road. Well, when you curve like this, the cemetery is right there. It's not a pet cemetery. It's a cemetery for the people who died during this time or in this town. And we're like, that makes sense. Like, you see where they burnt the bodies. You see, like, the cemetery. You know what happens. You know what happened. Like, if you have not watched that episode, please go watch the Armagosa Hotel episode on Ghost Adventures. Please go watch it because you will thank me. You will understand what I'm saying. I don't recommend you go to this hotel unless you are a paranormal investigator or you want to, you're into that kind of stuff, because I like creepy stuff and things always happen to me my whole entire life, paranormal, and I'm kind of used to it. But when something like that really happens and it's not just you, so you're not going crazy, it's like, whoa. Like, I was very interested and like really like, wow, this is really happening. Like, it was kind of like exciting because you're not crazy. Everyone else is like experiencing it with you, but it was also scary. So if you're ever in the Nevada desert, don't stay at that hotel. There is a brand new huge hotel 10 miles down you'll find, and you'll be fine. And I would go there. Totally go there. So yeah, that is the time that I stayed in a haunted hotel in the Nevada desert, the Armagosa Hotel and Opera House. I hope you liked it. I also have a lot more ghost stories to tell. So if you like ghost stories, because we are in October and my favorite holiday is coming up, Halloween. I like it. You get be spooky and dress up and candy and like I just, I like it. I like the actual meaning of it. I'm creepy, okay? I'm creepy. If you would like more ghost stories, please comment below. Let me know. Like, subscribe, and share this video. Comment if you have any suggestions. That's it for today. I hope you really like that story. It's 100% true story, and it's gonna take a long time to edit, so you're welcome. Until next time, happy Halloween, happy fall, happy October. I am so excited. I will see you soon. Bye.